Hello and welcome back to Division 1 Varsity Valorant. We have the finals at long last. Sioux City versus Omaha Westside. This is going to be a good one for sure. Both of these teams had very impressive showing against their opponents. I believe Westside went either 13-7 or 13-8, and then Sioux City went 13-6 against Gretna. So, good luck to both teams. Understandably, both me and Brennan are actually from Westside, but we will attempt to remain as unbiased as possible.
Keyword attempt.
As we believe in a good and fair game for both teams. So, Haven.
Two big fraggers for Sioux City are Vikingsley and John. Vikingsley played Reyna on the last map, and they absolutely crushed the competition. Ended up with 21 kills, I believe. Top rank on the team. John was just hitting most of his shots. Played KO. Just performed very well.
Vikingsley as well, the Reyna. Got some good plays, got some good end frag plays.
And for Westside,
Westside had, we see a lot from Battle Cypher and a lot from Providence in this position as well. Worth a note, Westside has in Skull instead of Birdie Boy, which they had for the previous match, while it looks like Sioux City is maintaining their same lineup. As well as same as last match, we were seeing two Omens on both sides. Haven, very heavy Omen map, very good, very long angles. And we have a Chamber from Sioux City. Again, we saw how powerful Chamber with his sniper can be. So we're hoping to see. Looks like we are starting with Westside on the defense. So we will see how this goes. What is your prediction, Brennan?
I believe that Sioux City is the favorite to win this. But if anybody's going to pull an upset, it's probably going to be Westside. And I am slightly biased, but I do think they will. And starting on attack for Sioux City is going to be a big help. If they do really well, it may boost their morale. It may ruin their enemy's mental, which will also, ruining someone's mental is probably one of the worst things that can happen in Valorant.
Agreed. Valorant is definitely a mentality game, so it's very, very important, those momentums and those things that we can get. And after we just resolved a little quick tech issue here with a microphone, and now we're going into Valorant. It looks like right off the bat, Sioux City is opting for a more clumped approach, very popular on this map.
With on attack, Sioux City needs to make sure that they are taking space, watching for flanks. That's been a big problem for games in the past. They also need to they need to remember that rotating is almost always an option since there are 3 sites.
Westside getting some good scouting in from Skull on the Omen, being able to see that Sioux City is opting for more of the B, so we're having our Cypher rotate over from the C point over to try to stop that angle. So Sioux City is now a little hesitant on where to go now they've been scouted by Skull, but Chamber looking for that aggro down center, down C, but nope, looks like I'm going back for the clumped play.
You can see Battle Cypher here, sort of lurking garage, trying to get a pick, maybe.
Oh, and looks like disposition does go down early, but so does Battle Cypher, and we got to plant onto B. Sioux City with that sudden rush is very, very important, very big from that team. But it's not over yet. Yeomenden with the angle hold, and we got Skull and it looks like Yo together, but Yo does go down, just remaining up to the Omen, but this is really hard to do, and yeah, Westside does lose that first point pretty readily due to that fast rush onto B.
Yeah, they kind of got trapped on site once it was just the two of them, and it's very challenging to get out. Their only option was to go to A, but I'm not sure if they had Spike. A very early timeout coming from Vikingsley, though.
Interesting. It looks like probably this timeout was a result of some technical issues, maybe. There's really no reason to take a timeout for this strategy-wise. As you can see, nothing's really happened. No ults. There's been a few frags. Yeah, there's been one round. So I'm guessing this is maybe more of a strategy meeting. Maybe they're talking about comps, or maybe, it's technical difficulties. So if I'm South Sioux City, and I am planning to pause to talk about comps, we have to think about the advantage that Westside has with that very aggressive Neon, and of course both Omen's tied, and then both Reyna's tied, but there's differences with the Rashina Chamber, and then we got a Fade, again, pretty uncommon pick, so looks like we're seeing, yes, it was a technical pause, so we're hanging out.
Darn it. We can see that South Sioux City also has better eco, better weapons, rifles already, couple heavy shields with Spectres, and it's definitely gonna be a big part of this fight just because they're probably going to be winning more gunfights, which will result in bigger advantages and bigger disadvantages for Westside.
Yeah, okay, looks like it was a technical pause. Hopefully we're getting that issue resolved for South Sioux City to ensure a fair game. So we're hoping now that Westside can cash out on those greedy kills from picking the Neon. But if they don't do it fast, then South Sioux City is going to overwhelm Westside, no doubtably. Whoa! Yo goes down early on the scout. Didn't even catch that. Was still in tap. Waster going for wow. South Sioux City really splitting the angles here. Disposition, ooh, Battle Cypher, Yeoman goes down. Disposition pushing in, unfortunately dies in the smoke to Waster. Providence hunting for a kill, but no one's there. Waster going again. Both Omens getting picks. Just biting the side for the side. Oh, Skull goes down. Unfortunately, it's 1v3 with Neon on the flank, but they don't know he's there, but nah. You cannot, unfortunately, clutch that up for Westside. 0-2 for South Sioux City.
Yeah, that early pick on Yo might have been the deciding factor, just because last game, he was a pretty decent fragger on their team. He was doing really well on getting those picks, but he got taken out early, so there was just no opportunity for him to do anything that round. And Providence could have had a good flank there, but he shot a second before, he actually peeked them. That might have revealed him because he might have just fat fingered it, and that might have revealed him.
Yeah, also South Sioux City moving so fast that it's hard to keep a flank going because by the time you're behind them, they're already across the map again. So South Sioux City really wasting no time here to clear the angles and take the hard advantage. Disposition trading some shots with enemy chamber. However, it looks like it's up to Skull and Providence here to stop South Sioux City's reign, but can he get him? He peeks out. Ooh, nice kill. Skull with 2, Providence with 1. Clean kill from Westside. Spike it down. Just Chamber, and now he's done. A flawless from Westside. Very sudden. Both Skull and Disposition getting a lot of kills there.
That was a very, very powerful spot for both of them to be. Crossfires are typically very, very good in Valorant. It's a good way of ensuring a kill without either player dying or at least a trade, and that was a very good example of the power because there were 4 people there, all of them were killed, and neither player died.
Exactly, that split peak really helps balance the aggression so that both players are in a lot more of a safe position than they would be individually. Now it looks like we're going for some more lurking on the side of South Sioux City. Chamber looking for that aggressive kill, probably to shut down Providence over here, that Neon, who's being such a thorn in the side of South Sioux City so far with those aggressive angles. But yeah, for a team that's known for being pretty aggressive, South Sioux City is definitely taking this one slow. Probably trying to bait out these flanks and make Westside a bit antsy. But so far, Westside is not taking the bait, so South Sioux City just ended up wasting their time a little bit. But we'll see. With Neon playing the long game here, looking for a straggling pick. Ooh, unfortunately goes down to almost a 3rd HP from that peak there. Might encourage South Sioux City to peek out a little bit. Vikingsley is definitely trying to capitalize on it. Peeking out onto Yo. Yo's got 4 on him. He's kiting back, just trying to keep this alive. But South Sioux City can't find a target here. Looking to rush, but ooh, John down, and now it's 5. It's a numbers advantage for Westside, but they need to capitalize out on this. They can't die. They know if they walk in, South Sioux City can kill them all still. So, but Waster is getting a plant off. But in the disposition of Providence, go down to 2. Skull kills his counterpart Waster, and then Joe and Skull all go down, and then it's just Battle Cypher left, and South Sioux City cleans it up nice and quick.
that was very unfortunate because they had 2 people just get killed for peeking angles, and it was very unfortunate because they were just losing their gunfights, and yeah, then once it got down to a 5v4 or 4v4, 5v2 or 4v2, it was just over. There was not much Westside could have done there. Both teams have rifles, which is good for both. If Westside loses this, their eco is going to be very sad, and they're going to have to save the next round if they want to have a chance in the future.
Yeah, in that last round, Westside definitely has the numbers advantage, but South Sioux City inarguably had a positional advantage. However, Skull with the big pick early there. But now, South Sioux City is taking this chance to rush on to C and try to get out this battle cipher, but he does have a tripwire on point. But South Sioux City sees it, but picking it is very dangerous for them here. Neon coming in to try to prug the kill. Gets Yomon Battle Cypher trading again when they're distracted with Neon onto John, the chamber. And now they just gotta be careful of picks here. It's like Fate's on something else, but Providence, and this again, sparing no expense. Does go down for it. But overall, a good trade for Westside, and they managed to take that W.
Yeah, I think South Sioux City just kind of lost that because they weren't taking enough space. They only took space up to the box on site, and they weren't really taking space in garage. And Westside was able to come in through there, and they took back site, and it was just over because they had more positions to play in and more space to travel.
It really shows the risk versus reward of peeking that early into the round. You can die that early, or as Skull showed, you can get a pick that early. Very nice play from Westside there. We'll have to see if they'll be able to repeat it. South Sioux City going for a split here. Neon going really aggressive early, trying to hide behind this box. John doesn't know she's here, but will that work? Waster definitely does. Watching the angle, Cypher is sparing no expense. I think they're trying to get a numbers advantage on Neon. She manages to kite back, but ooh, Battle Cypher staying in. I don't think they know he's there. John's being very cautious. Ooh, through the wall. Battle Cypher unfortunately does fall, but Neon is maybe looking for a trade off of it. He does get one, but can he get two? He's got so many people on him, 16 HP, and he manages to get out somehow. South Sioux City now even with Westside. Each player, one player have 0 HP. Ooh, going for a wall bang there. And, oh, Disposition does get tapped by Viking Lee, but Westside's not out of it yet. It's a 2v4, which makes it quite difficult. But Yo and Skull are sticking together, trying to maximize their advantage. Goob go looking for a plant onto C all alone. Looks like Goob's looking for a bit of eco here, but a utility. Westside is having a bit of trouble rotating around in a way to get this spike diffuse, because South Sioux City has the numbers advantage and they have the angle advantage, undoubtedly. Skull does take down Waster, though, making it a little bit more even, but Westside's got to get to the spike. They got to get the kills, otherwise it's over no matter what. And it looks like they're playing it slow, but what else can they do? Yo Peaks gets 2, it's now even, but it goes down. It's just Simon. Oh, Skull. And unfortunately, South Sioux City does win that out despite Westside's best efforts.
Yeah, Westside, there wasn't much they could have done there. They got picked early. It was a 2v4. They did very well considering it was just 2 of them. They got 2 kills, but unfortunately Yo went down to the last 2. And if that were a 4v4, I believe that Westside would have won that because Sioux City they took plenty of space, yes, but they weren't maintaining it. They left all of long open, plus most of site. They only had 1 player on site, and they left garage wide open.
Whew. Waster with a quick shot to the head for Providence unfortunately takes out that early aggression from Westside. That's the risk of being so aggro as a Neon, is that you can sometimes end up so early, but Yo does make up for it, taking down John Chamber, losing a lot of that long angle pressure. So now it's up to Westside and South Sioux City here, as South Sioux City is struggling to get onto any site now that they are even in numbers. Battle Cypher looking for some wall bangs here, but South Sioux City just playing it slow. You know, they still have a whole minute, but you know, they seem quite indecisive on where to go. They're trying to figure out which sites are clear, but none of them are. Westside's got a man on each, trying to keep it scouted, keep everything safe, but South Sioux City is just looking for that opening, looking for that shot. It looks like they're opting to go to C, but can Westside get people over on time to help our Cypher? It is going to be remains to be seen. Looks like Battle Cypher sees the rotate incoming, especially from Goob walking in aggro. Vikingsley going very aggressive here. Cypher is in a lot of danger here, and he gets taken down by Waster. Looks like Westside did not scout that rotate. Battle Cypher dispositioning down. Yo does take down Waster, but now it's just a 2v3, and the spike's been being planted. 6 seconds left. They have to get this down. Oh, Skull takes down Goop though. They do get it planted, but now it's a 2v1, solidly in the favor of Westside. But for Vikingly here, this is something that he can do, so Westside still can't play this stupid. They have to be careful here. Does get the flash off on Vikingsley, trying to set up a pinch, but the Vikingsley has plenty of time to burn. So does Westside. There's a while till the spike detonates. So he reaches around, gets Skull, and a clutch from Vikingly. You really have to respect the gunplay on that.
Yes, Vikingsley did also have his ult, so I'd say it was very equal. He had that entire box to play around. He had his ult, so he shot faster, reloads faster, pulls out guns faster. It's a huge advantage to have in a 1v1 or a 2v1. And when Arena ults, you can typically count on them to get 1, 2, maybe 3. It's a very powerful ult, depending on how good the player is. And Vikingsley is very good. The aim is very consistent. You can, Vikingsley typically gets a pick. He's currently 5-5 right now, but he did very well that last round.
Westside taking early aggression here to try to stop South Sioux City, but unfortunately it does come back to bite Skull and Providence. And and then Yo taken down as well by John. What's left is Disposition and Battle Cypher on their own angles. But they're easily can get smooshed over and ran over by South Sioux City. As we see here, just Battle Cypher lone last, and just easy cleanup for South Sioux City here. 1v5. Maybe you can get one for the road. Yep, Yom does go down, but unfortunately it's not enough. Wow, that was an interesting strategy from Westside to go so aggro on that angle.
Yeah, South Sioux City's now winning 6-2. It's going very well for them. And like I said, it is an attacker-sided map, so maybe Westside can pull it back when they are on attack, but it's kind of hard to tell, and it's not looking too good. And I am not in their comms, I can't hear what they're saying, but I don't know what their mentality is looking like, so it could be going better, it could be going worse.
Yeah, it definitely isn't over till it's over, but we have to think with this momentum South Sioux City has, Westside's got to try to find an answer to stopping it. And while I respect the creativity of that last play, being that aggressive clearly is not the answer, although Providence do committed to looking for a flank kill, but looks like South Sioux City is taking the moment to rotate onto B, always managing to sniff out that point that only has 1 or 2 people on it. In this case, Cypher is the only man on that point A, so it looks like they're looking for something aggressive here. John looking for a pinch. It's just Cypher. He's got to get something done here, but what other option does he have? All of South Sioux City swings onto point. Westside tries to run to his Battle Cypher with 2. Not going down without a fight here. He may be in a 1v5, but he's swinging hard anyway. And he goes a third from Battle Cypher. Can he get another? South Sioux City reduced to 2 numbers. They're retreating heartily, trying to get over some pressure on to C. But Westside sniffs him out. Yo especially going over to try to counter that. Kind of C or B, whichever one South Sioux City decides upon. Yeah, Westside's not falling for it. They're rotating over almost instantly, leaving their Reyna to scout back on A. But it looks like, ooh, Yo peeks John, but they managed to get out with their life. It's now just a numbers game. 20 seconds left for South Sioux City. They got to make something happen here if they want to maintain their lead in this. But it looks like Providence does go down to John. Waster's planting, but it's just Waster, and it's a 4v1, and that is game for Westside.
Round.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That rotate from South Sioux City, it was good, but Westside just saw it coming from a mile away, and it was just very unfortunate because they had 2 players already waiting for them, but it just wasn't enough. They got 1 pick, but Vikingsley went down, and it was just Waster, and it was kind of it was a 4v1. There was no way he was going to do it. It was very unfortunate.
For sure, you have to respect Westside's intel there, and Westside's knowing exactly what South Sioux City is going to do, and what rotates they're going to take to gain the advantage there. Now, Providence still maintaining his aggressive approach with Neon and is attempting to shut down the C angle, but it looks like South Sioux City is intending upon a double peek with their Chamber and their Omen, but we'll see what happens here as they're being very, very careful. The smoke does come out. And, ooh, Providence does get taken down with the smoke. Good intel from South Sioux City, but it's not over yet. Cypher still has a chance to take down someone, but it looks like they're rotating away from C, seeing that Westside is adding reinforcements. So Disposition rotates over to B, but no one really knows where South Sioux City is going yet. It's like Chamber lagging behind, trying to get to B on his own, trying to surprise Westside, but it's just Yo on A, and there's 4 South Sioux City members going to contest him there. And unfortunately, Disposition does go down to that Chamber on the flank, but can Battle Cypher shut him down? I don't know. Goob is still planting, and Westside's got to make something happen. There's a lot of aggression coming out, especially from Vikingsley. It looks like he's going for the peek on it. It gets the tap on his skull, and just Yo, and can he get it? Yo trades, but it's just him. If Vikingsley is dead, but Yo, 2 for Yo, and then it's just 3 for Yo. It's a 1v1. Waster versus Yo. Intense, insane kills from gunplay. But Waster has the HP. He has the spike. He just has to wait him out. And it looks like we're going for an ultimate here. Yo getting, fortunately does get tapped there. You really have to respect that play from Yo, but there isn't much you can do with that little HP when the spike's planted.
Yeah, that early pick on Neon, who was playing very far up, was really not good for Westside, and it just kind of went downhill from there. Yo got the 4K. They got him down to low enough HP where it just wasn't enough, though. It was a very good try, though.
Yes.
Getting 4 is a huge thing, but next time South Sioux City needs to make sure they're not peeking him one by one. They need to have multiple people peeking at once to ensure a kill or at least a trade.
Even though Westside did lose that one, you have to think about how that intense, almost clutch is a bit of a morale boost for Westside. As you can see, Westside does manage to snowball from last round, getting that heavy pick. But, ooh, with the Providence in the corner with the shorty is tired of getting gunned out, so he's playing the close range now. But it doesn't look like anyone's intending to come his way, but Waster does seem a little cautious. So we'll see if Providence can manage to get that greedy kill. Until then, Disposition is playing the long angle, trying to stop an easy rotate. And Yo as well, as Chamber is peeking, ooh, almost gets him out. But Yo smartly hides behind. Ooh, Omen behind, using his ult to try to get to a flanking position. Doesn't look like Westside knows he's here, but ooh, Battle Cypher manages to catch him out. And that's an ult gone from South Sioux City, and a lot of time for Westside to capitalize on this, as Spike has not been planted. Goob does get it off, or is attempting to get it off, but there's ults coming out from Westside, makes it a bit difficult. Still 30 seconds left to get a plant, but ooh, Westside all picking one angle. Yo down, so Skull gets Goob though. It's Yomed and John left, but now it's just Yomed, and it's 4 versus 1. They're all gonna, they pick him at once though, and he gets 2. Westside's falling for their own trap, and he does go down, but what a little bit of a hit to eco there for Westside dying when they're not supposed to.
Last round before
yeah, that was, Westside just should not have peaked, Vikingsley there 1 by 1, but they got it done eventually. Like I said earlier, these players just need to make sure, they need to sort of make it an advantage out of double peeking, and they need to use it as an advantage just to make sure they're getting these kills, getting these picks, and they're not dying.
Whoa! A big kill from John on the Chamber there, taking out Providence early. Looks like that's just a sniper versus a non-sniper weapon gap there. But now Westside's a little concerned that they're going to push C, putting some extra reinforcements. But Chamber, as always looking on his own, is not giving up anytime soon. However, we might see some Omen v Omen here. Looks like South City's aiming for the split push. Again, Chamber on his own on 7, but Westside may really capitalize this, even though they're down numbers. Disposition, yes, Disposition does take out Viking Link because there's only 3, but dies to Waster. Waster trying to capitalize on that. But Westside does have 2 on point, but South Sioux City has 3. They have more here. Is it going to be a numbers game? Chamber is still rotating. If Westside's going to make a play, they're going to make it now. But Yo does go down, making it a bit harder, even harder with the numbers game. Just Yo and Skull left, and South Sioux City getting that plant off. It's very difficult for Westside to do anything like this. However, looks like they're not giving up here, trying to get a dual peek. Waster down, Battle Cypher as well, but just Simon, Skull, and that is another win for South Sioux City, now leading by 4 rounds.
Yeah, once again, the picks are just so helpful for South Sioux City, and it's really helpful, especially that op kill that John got. That was a really good kill on Neon. That helped a lot. It was a very nice kill, and those picks are just really, really helpful for South Sioux City.
Oh yeah, especially how early that was. That just shows like the strength of Chamber and the strength of an op, and how that really can help you on a map like this, on a point like C. Looks like Westside's trying not to make that same mistake by adding a ton to the point of C. But we must wonder, like, does this make B and A more vulnerable? We'll have to see if South Sioux City attempt to capitalize on Westside's split.
And the sides have swapped, so Westside is now on the attack, and South Sioux City is now on defense.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So it looks like we'll see if Westside tries to go to South Sioux City's same attack and really emphasize on that C. But it looks like right now they're not trying to push it too hard, really respecting that omen. So right now, but Providence looks like he caught out by John, wondering if he can get a trade. But Yo goes down as well from Vikings lane. It's just Battle Cypher and a flawless to start off the defense from South Sioux City.
Yeah, Westside, they just couldn't make it into Garage. South Sioux City was doing a very good job of holding that down, but they also weren't watching for the flank. As you saw, Providence just ran right into Chamber, who was peeking window from flank, and I believe they also eventually got a second person flanking, and they had no util. They were not prepared. They just... The flank just totally ruined them, and they need to watch out for that in the future.
100%. And that's kind of the issue of splitting C and B. You're very susceptible to a lot of flanks here. So it's like, ooh, Battle Cypher almost instantly down. John getting value again on these flank cheeky angles at the start of every round, just giving South Sioux City an inherent numbers advantage. But Providence is trying to even that out by sticking it out very much alone here, while Westside rotates closer to B and C. But look, he can't seem to find anyone. South Sioux City is under no threat right now. They know they have the advantage, and they're just going to take it slow. So South Sioux City not going for any crazy peaks or any plays like that. But Westside trying to move as one unit, try to maybe flush South Sioux City out, while Yo may stumble upon a trap of bears here. Looks like maybe Westside getting a little bit scouted. Yeah, it looks like the Westside is definitely... Yeah, Westside got heavily scouted by South Sioux City. They know they're going C, and that's about it for Westside. But it's not over yet. It is a 1v5 with our Neon left on a flank. So we'll see if Providence can pull out some magic or at least get a trade on the way down. However, South Sioux City is they're all healthy, and they have not used a ton of utility. So for something to happen here would be a bit of a miracle, but... It doesn't look like Providence is trying to risk anything. Maybe going to just keep his eco, because otherwise it's very difficult. Oh, does go for the peek onto John, and that is a flawless for South Sioux City.
Yeah, South Sioux City saw that rotate coming from a mile away, and we are seeing timeout coming from Westside. But that early rotate from South Sioux City was very, very good. They had someone already on C ready to catch them off guard. They had the support from their friends who were sort of entering backside, and it was just very unfortunate for Westside. And we can see in the eco here that South Sioux City is in a much better position financially. They have a lot more credits. They're able to buy better guns, but Westside just doesn't have enough money. They have to save this round if they want to have a chance in the future. while it may mean another round that they lose, it will give them better chances in the future.
Westside's really got to prioritize what they're going to go for here. Being down 6 points, South Sioux City is only 3 rounds away from winning. So the Westside needs to be very careful here with what they do and when they do it. Hopefully this timeout will help reset their mentality and help them get a new strategy. Looks like maybe one that involves more heavily attack onto C, which they have been avoiding earlier, I believe due to threat of Vikingsley and similarly John. Okay. Yeah, Vikingsley looking to definitely lock down that angle on C. But Westside's still going for the peak here. Providence with the op, unfortunately does not get the kill, but now Vikingsley is scared to peek. Ooh, this is difficult for Westside. They need to clean out Providence, but disposition unfortunately goes down with Goob taking down 2 on the flank here. And with a ooh. Nice kill onto Vikingsley here from Battle Cypher, but is it too little, too late? Westside down 2-3. Skull looking for the plant here, trying to get some extra pressure, but Chambers on the flank kills the plant, gets 2. But we're just pushing in, and Providence is taken down. Lastly, unfortunately, the numbers game did not play out well for Westside.
Yeah, the players on Westside, they got onto site, yes, but they got one of them got picked off by Vikingsley, which was very unfortunate. It made it a lot harder for them. And then they weren't using util to watch their flank. They have the Cypher. They should be trying to utilize it to watch flank, because right now that's the thing that's screwing them over. That's the thing that Sioux City is really doing that is giving them these rounds. John flanked, and he got multiple kills from that.
Yeah, and now they have so much eco. Waster's got the operator, but now Goob's left just with the Bulldog and Ghost holding down C, but getting some help here from Vikingsley again. But Cypher is so close, trying to push into that fog. But is it enough? Will they even see each other? No, it looks like Westside may be abandoning point C, but it's hard to tell yet. South City's definitely not letting them get off the pressure here, but neither Westside isn't backing down so easily too, but Skull does die in he is the spike carrier, so that can be very painful for Westside. But Providence does go down as well. So does Goob. The numbers game is in Westside's favor. Neon picked up the spike. Providence has the spike now. It looks like they're going for that C plant, but Providence has to be very careful here to get the spike 2 point without dying. It looks like yes, he's getting escorted. So Westside putting a lot of pressure here on C, and South Sioux City very split here, very far away, trying to maybe go for the split with Waster and John coming together to try to protect C, but Westside going for that long strat we saw used so much earlier. This is such a hard angle to clear. If you're South Sioux City, you have to really get some creative, especially if you have the Vandal with John, but he does have ultimate, so maybe he can make something work here. They smoke it through, but Westside's not afraid to pour some bullets into that smoke. And Waster is defusing, but yes, unfortunately nothing to clear that angle. Westside does bring it back after initially losing person early, 5-11.
Yeah, that was a very good round from Westside. And as we saw earlier, that long angle when you plant C, that's very powerful. It's very hard to break. And it's hard to cut off, because you can place a smoke there, and it just won't do enough. You can ping the spike and then spray it through, and you need something solid like a sage wall or a harbor bubble to really break it.
Yeah, very good strategy from Westside to recover those numbers, but clearing this Reyna, this Vikingsley, off of this C point has been a point of lots of difficulty for Westside, but they have found a lot of success pushing C despite that. And it looks like South Sioux City's given them a bit of leeway here to push into C, but Westside's still a little cautious, knowingly so, to walk up on this long angle, especially with their Cypher roaming around. But Kingsley goes in there, and there's so many on him. But what else can be done here by Westside? Say maybe an abandonment of C. Yes, Westside gives up on the C, seeing so many, but on the rotate, Battle Cypher takes down Waster. No more from South Sioux City. This gives Westside the numbers advantage, but it's not too late for South Sioux City. Westside's got to get this rotate on. It looks like they're going for the plant onto B here, but South Sioux City is solidly locking down this rotate. Not going to let Westside in even a millimeter. But Westside takes this opportunity to go back to C. A crazy rotate from Westside. South Sioux City's not ready for it, but Vikingsley is going for an aggressive peek on here. But he's so low. What can you do? What can you do? The spike is planted. Now Westside's free. Just walk back. John goes down. Skull with the peek. Yom takes down Skull, but is it enough? They're walking on the point. Yom is so low here. Vikingsley is so low here, excuse me. And then, but Goob full HP is trying to get a little bit of a bait, but Westside is just locked in back here. Especially Providence with the operator. No one's getting through that spike. Vikingsley looking for the defuse, but Yom tries to help, but Yom goes down. Goob full HP still, but hard to peek into 4 people like that. What are you supposed to do here? This position does take down his counterpart Reyna, Vikingsley, and now it's just Goob into 4 people of Westside's team, and he's looking to aiming to keep his eco, while Westside's maybe looking, yeah. Looks like Goob gets out with eco, but Westside coming back here, 6-11.
That was a very good round from Westside. I'm biased. But as we said, the long angle was very powerful. It's very powerful, especially with the operator from Providence. I wonder why he just threw it off the map. But that rotate from B to C very quickly, that was really good. It was very quick. It was very well executed, and SSC just was not lucky enough to see it coming.
Exactly. Ooh, John does take out Providence, so this could be deadly for Westside. Providence and John often exchanging duels at the start of round. This one that goes in John's favor, but you'll be able to make up this pick on Vikingsley, but alas, doesn't look like it's gonna happen. A lot of South Sioux City is lurking here, and we lose 3 in an instant. Disposition, Battle Cypher, and Waster all down, leaving Westside at 2. South Sioux City still strong at 4. Just leaves Westside as the underdogs here, but they do have Spike, so they still have that going for them, and they have a minute to try to work with it. So since South Sioux City is so split, Westside might be able to get a straggling kill or 2 on them, because they do have the 2-peaker advantage, when all South Sioux City, all they have is each other because they're so split. It looks like Westside's opting to go for this point A, which is covered by Yomd, but he is alone here, and if Westside double peeks him, they have a good chance of taking him down. Looks like they're seeing him. Yo throwing in some Mutil there to try to help it out, but South Sioux City coming to Yom's aid, coming him out. Yo swinging hard, but takes down, so Skull does go down, and now it's just Yo at 1 HP, and that is 6-12 for South Sioux City, 1 point from victory.
Yeah, those picks from South Sioux City were really good. I think they had a flank again, and if they did, it worked. They got 2 picks, and then eventually they got the third. That kill on Providence from Vikingsley is always really good. Providence, it just needs to stop ego peeking. He's getting killed every time, and he's only going 7-14, and that may be to blame.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really hard to tell, but ooh, a Skull does go down early for Westside, and in such a late game as this could be detrimental. So Westside's got to find a way to make this trade, and fast. And Yo does answer back by taking down Waster, but disposition and Yo go down. Everything's so fast. John gets another, just 2 from Westside, but Vikingsley goes down. Battle Cypher's not without a fight. It's still with Providence. Providence and Battle Cypher now change it to a 2v1. What is even going on? It's just Yom. Westside's taking the opportunity, taking the advantage to rotate back onto C. Such a fast fight, going for the long plant, so they can defend it from that long angle. While Yom has to make the play here. If he doesn't, Westside has a chance to gain momentum here and may be able to make a comeback. But it's all up to him. He most likely knows that it's on long, but yeah, he doesn't have much time to get to this plant, kill both of Westside's remaining members, and defuse. So he's trying to look to poke them out, but Westside being very patient, waiting for him to go for the defuse before spamming at him. Looks like he's going to go for it, but Providence wastes no time, and Battle Cypher and Providence managed to take it down, winning a swift victory for Westside. They're not out of it yet.
Yeah, see, Providence stayed alive that round, and it really, really worked. The 2v1 was a lot better than the 1v1, and the ult from Cypher, giving lots of info, was also very helpful. It told them that they were safe to go onto site.
Exactly, yeah. But Neon can be very, very effective when she is leading a team, and we really saw a lot from Providence there, sticking with his Cypher and just becoming a little bit of a task force. It's obviously the same while Westside 5 push into C again. Vikingsley, the Reyna attempting to hold down the angle, but it's just Vikingsley and Waster together. Looks like Westside's taking that, wanting to challenge that, as they know just how fast those two people can kill them. So they're looking to rotate more towards A and B. Goob, though, lurking on the flank, as with John. John does take down Battle Cypher on that cheeky angle, as usual. But Westside still has a rotational advantage. If they can rotate onto A and overwhelm John and overwhelm Yomd, they can be able to turn this around. But something needs to happen. They have a minute left, and they're down 1. And they're quickly being collapsed upon by South Sioux City. So Westside's here to go aiming for a split. Disposition and Providence playing together. However, it's looking like they have to take out Yom, but they can't see him through all the smokes, and he's flashed, but he takes out Providence anyway. And Yom with 3, just smashing Westside's last hope, as it's just Cypher Skull as he gets the plant off onto C, but he's got to do something magical here. He is going for the typical long angle hold to try to waste some time at South Sioux City. I gotta respect him for not giving up here. Let's see if Skull can force some ego peeks from South Sioux, as they might not be ready for it. And it looks like that might be the end of Westside Warriors. And it looks like South Sioux City is your Division 1 Varsity Valorant champions.
Yay!
Yeah, it's a good showing from both teams, but you really got to respect just the cheekiness of South Sioux City here. The
Definitely.
angles they were taking, the times they peaked, it was just super well aligned with Westside's rotations.
Yeah,
And
they were also getting those picks very, very often, and those were very helpful.
Very
They were
early
taking
as well.
space.
Very early picks as well. Some standouts, as we can see here, is definitely John. John on the angles constantly was just getting value, like so early in the fight. It just put Westside at a disadvantage so many times. But Battle Cypher definitely had a lot of clutches as well.
Yes, definitely.
Overall, a very good showing from all teams in this tournament. We have the final standing as number 1, South Sioux City, number 2, Omaha Westside, number 3, Gretna, and number 4, Creighton Prep. And that concludes our Division 1 Valorant. Thanks for watching, and have a nice night.